Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back again to another live show on the channel. Today, we're discussing Matt Ritchie and his career he's had at Newcastle United. He has left us now after 8 years of being at the club, and he's moved on. But let's talk about him more about his career, because I think Ritchie was one of our great saving long-time players. He was fully committed. He was very passionate, and the guy gave 110%. And we'll go back to when it all first started, when he came to the football club as well, all the way up until the end, for tonight's show as well. So, yes, so hope you enjoy tonight's show, everyone, as well. One thing, guys, and Tony mentioned this yesterday, we know what's going on at the moment up and down the country. But again, if we can ask not to put comments in about this, please. Otherwise, we will be taking them off, and we'll be asking mods to do the same as well, just so we don't run a risk of something bad happening to our channels. So, if you don't put comments about this, please, that would be, if that's okay, everyone. So, thank you so much. Well, then, you know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's show, give us the thumbs up. It really enjoys. It keeps us up those search results on YouTube. So please do smash the likes. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, please hit that subscribe button. It is completely free to do so, and it does help make the channel grow as well. And of course, hit the bell notification, because that does let you know whenever we are live or when there's a pre-recorded video that does take place on the day as well. So that notifies you what comes up on the channel week in, week out. So do hit that bell to make sure you do not miss a thing that goes on this channel at all. We'll dive into comments that have come in already. Good evening, Julie. Good evening, Carl. Julie saying again, hello again. Evening, John. Can I ask did you get any rides at Disneyland, or did you get off with Elsa from Frozen? Keep it political.
I have some rights, by the way, but
yeah. Really, and even Julie says, keep it football and not political, please, or comments will be deleted. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Julie. Welcome back, my sexy man, the most beautiful, sexy John Sinclair. You had a great time. Hi, cool.
Brilliant,
before we get in, go on, John. Give us a little time over in Japan. How good was it over there?
For me, it's fantastic. Even to you guys in the chat and even to you guys in the room as well. Oh man, it's just a fantastic experience there. I didn't know what to expect, but I did 2 Disneys. I did one Disney Sea, one Disney World, and also I've done the zoo as well, and that was really good. Did for a couple of hours. I went there late as well because I wanted the temperature to drop. Also, met footballers as well. Met Sholan Ryobi in the Eurosports Tokyo, which is a great guy. I know people was having a go at him because he's a pop to like Ashley. I'm not going to buy that. I've seen Shola, fantastic guy. Let's talk about positivity, yeah? Brilliant guy. I had a photo of him as well, and got filmed as well, which is great. Got myself the away strip as well in Ashley in Tokyo. Also had a photo of Eddie Howe as well at the Hilton Hotel. And Japanese fans were, there's about 20 of them. I mean, ask us, are you John Sinclair? And I said, I am. And they were cheering for us as well. They must think I'm a celebrity over there, man. Do you know what I mean? Not as big as Alan Pearson, by the way, or Lee for NFTV, but
Did you caught up with them over there as well? Even Julie saw your pick. With Eddie Howe as well, says Julie. Did you tell him? Also, Julie's wondered, did you tell him not to take the England job?
I'm afraid I didn't, Julie. I just got a photo taken. That was it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the floors are Japanese fans as well, and the Japanese were fantastic. I mean, I've got a photo of Jacob Murphy, Miguel Miron as well, and I did post it on Twitter. And we did the karaoke as well. I didn't sing, obviously, it wasn't that long, but 4 players came on stage. You might have seen it on social media, yeah, which I didn't expect it to happen because seeing those 4 is just like beating Barcelona, right? I was just so tapping the back, you know what I mean?
What about Man U instead of Barcelona?
Say again?
What about Man U instead of Barcelona?
Yeah, no, Lee said that. I didn't. But I think they were really. I mean, went to the beer the beer garden, didn't drink, 3 drinks on a house, and Shula turned up again, signing autographs and that. Busy guy. I was the last one, so I got mine done last. And you know what? There's fans, Pete, all over the world. You got Japanese, you got Hong Kong, Australians, Vietnam. You know, all those countries over the world just love seeing Newcastle United. Do you know what I mean? And they were so over the moon just to see the team.
That's
The atmosphere was brilliant. Yeah.
Good.
And loads of content. Guys, you haven't seen the content, right? Please stick a like on it, please. You won't be disappointed, right? And it just helps me a lot. Thank you.
Oh, nice one, John. I'm glad it's a good thing you've had a great time over there. The flight's are long, though. I've did it many times, says Brian. Yeah, it is a long journey. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. Julie said you couldn't do that or not you like again.
Oh, come on, that, Jude. I just got that quickly, right? Look, I mean, I see where Jude's coming from. The weather's 36, 37, 38
I heard Lee was saying it was the lowest it got was in the 30s.
Yep, and it's like close on 30 on a neat aim. But I tell you what, man, it is absolutely brutal. No regrets at all whatsoever, guys. And
that's it.
You know what? I mean, you just got to do it. I knew what to expect. The city, 22 million population in that city alone. 22 mil, right? The UK, I mean, should learn the way Japan's operated. There's hardly any police officers on the streets. Hardly any police on the streets, right?
Really?
Clean. No litters everywhere. That tells me everything that I need to know about Japan. I've learned a lot from that country.
Good.
People are stunning. People are friendly.
Good. So many Japanese fans was to see. Says Julie, and again, just saying hello. Tom, good evening. Hope you're well. Did you ask Mickey to sign a 10-year deal? I heard he was not on. That last game was shocking in that game. I'm sure it's the most populated city on the earth still, says Andrew. Well, then let's get into it. So, again, it's on about this guy, of course, Matt Ritchie, who has officially left the club, of course, after being 8 years here with us. I thought we'd discuss because, as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, Ritchie's been one of the most committed, one of the most passionate players, and at times he's kept that dressing room going, particularly when we've been through the dark times, particularly under the previous owner and the previous manager we had before Eddie Howe came into the club. You, Charlie, I'll start with you, Tony. Of course, remember, we got this guy from Bournemouth for around about £12 million. And you're thinking at first he's coming from the Premier League back to the Championship, because he would have done in the Championship for Bournemouth then. But let's go on, Tony. Matt Ritchie, when he first burst on the scene at Newcastle United.
Yeah, well, we signed him in 2016 when we were relegated to the Championship. Bournemouth was still a Premier League team, actually, Pete. West Ham wanted him. And I think the reason he chose us was because of Rafa Benitez, if I remember. I mean, look, that promotion season, he had a great season for us. 12 goals, 7 assists. Picked up 10 yellow cards and no red cards that season. He was the leader we needed, terrific on the pitch. His work rate was there for all to see as well. But you saw the leadership qualities as well. And look, I really did like Matt Ritchie. I thought he was great. Even till the end, he played well, I mean, look, he came on, he got the equaliser against Bournemouth. There was the good days, there was the bad days as well. I mean, look, I had the dark side when Cabbage Heat was in charge, and obviously we had the mole, which we think was Ritchie, and we've seen times when Ritchie was stuck on the bench, and we've seen the facial expressions from Ritchie, which nobody will ever forget. I mean, we remember the winning penalty he scored against Man City. That was terrific. The guy's always been there 100%. Even if he's not playing, he's still there giving his all. Stand on the touchline trying to help out players and trying to coach them. Even if he's standing there warming up as a substitute, he's, he saved us many a time against Bournemouth. Let's be honest. 2-2 draw down at the Vitality a few years back as well. I mean, look, he's been an absolute terrific servant to this football club. And yes, okay, age is probably catching up with him now. But look, he's gone back to his first club, Portsmouth. And I think that is an absolute fantastic move, because he's not only got that experience because he's played Premier League and, but what he'll give Portsmouth is leadership as well. He may play, I mean, I don't know how many games he'll play for the next season. He may start a lot on the bench. I don't know. He may start for them. But he could be the type of player that helps Portsmouth get along. He could go to Portsmouth and play brilliant for Portsmouth in the Championship and help them even gain promotion back to the Premier League. I mean, you never know. But even if he does start on the bench, Championship's a good level for him as well. It's not an easy league. People think the Championship's an easy league, but it's not. It's a tough league, a very tough league.
Yes, it is.
I just hope he puts a couple in against the Mackhams when he plays them and celebrates like mad in front of them. But I mean, look, as I say, Matt Ritchie's been terrific for this football club. We can't thank him enough for what he's done. And, a lot of people were like, oh, well, his legs are gone. Yes, we know his legs were gone. And yes, it was the right time for him to leave at the end of the last season, But, when he was there on the bench, he was there giving his all. When he came on, he tried to give his all as well. And, we saw what meant to him when he scored that goal against Bournemouth. He celebrated, We were down and out in that game against Bournemouth, weren't we? I mean, we were playing terrible in that game. So, I mean, look, he's been fantastic. And, all I want to say is good luck to Matt Ritchie on his career at Portsmouth. And obviously that'll be his last hurrah now in football.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever he does at Pompey, he might help them get promotion. He may help them stabilise so they can stay a Championship club, because they've had a wretched time, they've been right down in League Two, then they've had to get to League One, and they've been stuck in League One for a few years, and this is a team that won the FA Cup back in 2008 with the likes of Sol Campbell, under Harry Redknapp, but obviously a lot of bad choices in ownership and things like that, so that cut them back. But look, it's great to see Portsmouth back up in the Championship now, and hey, who knows? Maybe we'll see them in the Premier League back again one day, and and that'll be fantastic. We know the history with us in Portsmouth. Sometimes it can be a bogey team, something, And then when we had a player on loan there, Luar scoring an equaliser against us at Fratton Park and celebrating. Then realising, oh, hang on, I play for Newcastle here, not for Portsmouth when I'm on loan. And that's what prompted that loan system to be changed as well, because Bobby Robson weren't happy about that. The fact that he scored that equaliser. And that's why they then changed it to say you can't play against your parent club, which is fair enough. But look, all in all, I think a terrific guy for the football club, and £12 million well spent, a bargain, a snip for a player of his quality. We know the quality crosses he could put in. I mean, look when he come on in the Carabao Cup final, a game that we should have beat Man United, in all honesty, and look at that quality ball he put in the box, just a shame nobody on the end of it. But that's the thing Matt Ritchie can do. He's got that quality, Obviously, his magic hat's now being passed on to Bruno. But, one thing we'll always say, Ritchie's fucking magic, because he wears a magic hat.
And there we go. Simmons just said it as well. Good evening, Joe. Hope you're well as well. Hey, John, did you enjoy Japan? You certainly did, says Dave.
Absolutely loved it. Thank you, man.
Mason, Matt Ritchie, his time when he first bursted on the scene.
Go back to Pete. Going back, this Joe Liddell, right? He's on mine. I mean, Joe. I mean, in future, right? I mean, it's my bad as well. Next time, go into YouTube, right? Go to YouTube and just type my name in there. It's so much easier. And like I said, do not open anything. I mean, it's just my bad, but you're quite right, and I do apologize. And just try to access this on Twitter. I learned a link who posted my phone started riddled with malware again. Justin, what do you think is best to do then, Pete? Do you think it's best to switch off and start again, or?
Yeah, I would say.
What's happened?
Well, basically, Joe's saying that he try to link us, try to follow us on social on my channel.
Just access to Twitter. Yeah,
So-
maybe go through the YouTube side, Joel. If that's the case, then do a search us on YouTube and do it that way. I would. I'm jealous of John. I've been to Japan. I'd love to visit one day, and he'd like to visit China too. Says Charles as well. Nice one.
Sub me channel, Charles, and then you won't listen.
Back to you again, Mason. Your times the times Matt Ritchie at the club as well.
Obviously, he's been through three. Actually, nice try for Ian. It's been three different. Well, I would say two.
Oh, I think your internet's crackling up.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your microphone.
Got to change. No.
No, it's still funny. Oh, I think his internet might have went off. Anyway, so we'll come back to him when he gets back in. Tony, I was right. Sports Direct are selling 2 shirts as my mate has got my mate to get one as he got the receipt.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I would, like I say, take the photographs of them actually selling it in the shop and take your photo receipt, and I would email that to Newcastle United as well, because that man should not be selling our tops in his football shop. He knows he's not allowed to, and he's breaking the law by doing that. And this would be the perfect opportunity for Newcastle to go out there. Do you know, I mean, in whichever shop it was as well, Trevor, also put that in the email, what shop it is that's selling it, because then Newcastle could send somebody in there to go and have a check it out. And if he has got them for sale, then that means somebody from the club knows that they're there. And they could take legal action against him. And this man, he could be in a lot of trouble, the fact controller. And you shouldn't be selling the shirts whatsoever. But if that's the case, then absolutely, Trevor. Just get it and just send it into the club. Everything you can send in, any evidence whatsoever, picture evidence, and not only picture evidence, but also which store in particular it is that they're selling them at. And then, like road, postcode of the store, or whatever. Just send all the details for that store. And you never know, Newcastle might send somebody in there to be like, just to go and have a browse around and then happen to see the shirts and
I agree.
Maybe wear a little body camera or something so they can just take the footage of it and then, and that way, that would be the best way to do it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon to that, John?
Yeah, I totally agree. If you say I can't really add much thing to it as well, man, because I'm sorry, you can't do that, and I hope whoever's responsible for it will get done for it.
Well, how's he selling them though? Well, how's he getting the stock? That's the thing.
That is the thing. We just don't get it. I mean,
well, even Julie's just put it. How would he get the stock?
Yeah,
Andrew says other copies.
Could be cheap. It could be copies as well. It may not even be right. Do you know what I mean? It might be even fixed. Do you know what I mean? It could be even from abroad, which has not been made right. Do you know what I mean? You can't trust this guy. I thought we forgot about Ashley. I thought he ceased to exist, but obviously not.
Well, yeah.
If he is doing it, I'm hoping the dudes. I hope the club do take action against him because I see him wriggling his way out of that one. The fat twat.
Mason, are you sorted?
That is.
It's still a bit thingy.
It's very crackly, Mason. What's up with your mic?
He's going back over and come back in. Yeah, fat cockney bastard should be selling them. Yep. Probably his sweatshops he has. Oh, you forgot about that. Ian says it isn't illegal. Well, if Newcastle have said that they are not to be sold in Sports Direct.
That's why Mike Ashley took a legal challenge against Newcastle United because he thought it was unfair that his shops couldn't sell them.
And guess what? door slammed in front of his face.
It goes down to exclusivity rates. And the thing is, at the end of the day, if Newcastle have told Adidas that only them and JD Sports are to sell the, if they give the deal to JD Sports, then at the end of the day, they've got every right to do that. And that's why when he took Newcastle to court, and I'm sorry I did mention the man's name, and that was a slip of my tongue. That's very bad of me because I don't normally mention that man's name. But yeah, look, I call him the fat controller. But the thing is with him, he should not be selling those shirts at any cost whatsoever. Yes, he can still sell the Castori ones because that's nothing. That doesn't matter. But if he's selling the brand new Adidas tops, then at the end of the day, that's illegal because he's got no rights, no exclusivity rights to sell them in his shop. So
I'm just coming out, guys, because my camera's gone off.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you. So I hope the club do go back and sue the pants off the twat, because I tell you what, it's absolutely disgusting, Mason, isn't it? If he's selling them tops in his shops.
I won't be surprised if it's a shop and not if it's a sports direct and no fun ministries.
Hey, there we are.
I don't know because Trevor's a Leeds fan, so I don't know. Which shop is it, Trevor? Do you know? Do you know whereabouts the shop is? Which town it's in?
All right. He's probably just waiting. I think he was waiting to get the information back. So,
yeah.
You know what it is, so I mean, actually don't want to miss out on anything. Is it in the clause of the contract saying that you still to be involved in Newcastle United, even if you sold the club? There must be some clause in there, but he should be getting out of here.
I don't want to see him play. I can buy a load of Newcastle tops and sell them. Well, you could, but maybe not the new one. You couldn't sell it in there. Still
Worcester.
Got the customer. Yep.
Go on, Tony.
It's in Worcester where he's selling them at the shop in Worcester.
All right.
That's in Midlands. That's in Midlands, that.
Worcester.
That's in Midlands, it's near Birmingham.
That's in Midlands.
Yeah, Birmingham. Yeah,
Midlands, that.
Yeah, the southwest. I'm sure it is. Oh well. Anyway, back to we've got you here, Mason. Yeah, he's got the new Leeds top. These are the season's tops. They are last season and the retro tops. Anyway, Matt Ritchie here, Mason.
It was a pretty surprising move when we got him in 2016 under Rafa, him and Gale, the first two signings in the championship.
Yep.
To be honest, I didn't realise at the time of the distance he had to come because because Bournemouth were around the area of where Ritchie was from. Because obviously Gosport isn't far from Bournemouth. I think it was a big step at the time for him, especially given that his family didn't want to move all the way up to Newcastle, and he had to live on his own. That's hence why you're seeing a load of rumours when he was at Newcastle, right? He wanted to leave and go back to Bournemouth. Bournemouth in previous transfer windows. But somehow he's stuck with it. And Rafa the Cabbage and obviously Eddie Howe for a second stint. And obviously I think the time was right to leave, and obviously he's when basically he's went home, just went back home. I'm pleased for him that he doesn't have to be far away from his family, and for him especially being from the south coast, he can spend more time with his family, and he can spend more time at home. And obviously, the Portsmouth team here, he's the only one, but possibly Josh Murphy, who's got Premier League experience in that team. And obviously, he's got Elias Sorensen with him there. Obviously, an excellent youngin, who I was surprised when he went to Portsmouth, to be honest. And obviously, that's majority of them players. Majority of the rest of the players are basically League One Championship players. So he'll bring that championship experience to the team. So yeah, it was sad to see him go. But once the links of Bournemouth and Porto came in, I think this is probably the right time for him to go. Be back at home, being out with his family, and obviously, I've just forgotten to mention as well. He had supported Bournemouth as a kid, so I think that's probably the best thing about him going back to the South Coast. It's a team that he used to stand on the terraces and watch him play as a kid. Obviously it came with he left Portsmouth as a boy, and he's came back as a man. That's what people say. He left as a boy and he's came back as a man, and obviously no time to do it when the club's on the rise, and obviously going back in the Championship after a few years in League One, and obviously potentially going out of business along the way. So yeah, I think he'll be pleased with going back home, and obviously under get the manager's name up, John Mousinho, who probably people won't know. Let's have a look at who was coaching and stuff. Sorry, obviously, I just saying it. Yeah, he's back home. At the end of the day, he's went back home. He's went back to the team he supported as a kid, and obviously, I just wish him all the best from next season, apart from them 2 games against Swansea.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been to court to have it overthrown, but judge threw his challenge out. Yep. Call me sure he doesn't have the right to sell them. GD Sports have the right here. He can sell the Castores, but not the Adidas ones. It's entirely illegal. Oh, no, trigger fine. If he's passing out as official and UFC, then he's breaking the law because of the agreement with Adidas and GD. Yep, Ashley lost and was ruled he can't sell the new kits. There you go. Evening, Lee. Hope you're well. I've read on Tube. I'm not buying a keeper for 30 million. I've not heard about that. I could be mistaken as well. Thing about what that would mean. He did lose the case and was told he can't sell the new Adidas kits. There you are. Looks like you've enjoyed yourself in Japan, says Lee.
I did. It's been fantastic. Thank you so much.
I read something in the Chronicle about it, but was a while ago. Gets things wrong, though. Only NFC, Adidas, and GD can sell the official license kit with the Adidas branding on. Ritchie lives on a working farm down south, so was always going to move back there. Yep, that's it. Go on there, John. Matt Ritchie. You first based on the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, he was a really good player for Bournemouth anyway. Excuse me, before he moved to Newcastle, 12 million quid. And Rafa wanted to get players who's going to make a difference, get back up to the Premier League. And Matt Ritchie was that guy. He's one of the players who's come in. And when he started, he came on as a sub, I believe, against Huddersfield. And you can tell that he's got skills. He's got a left foot and quick. Loves to take on players as well and make things happen. And his left foot is absolutely fantastic. It really is. I love his work rate. Never say die attitude. Loves getting his books as well. And he's got some cracking goals as well. But you know what? What I love about Matt, I mean, he works hard. We always love a hard worker playing up in Newcastle United. He fits that bill. And you know what it is with Matt? I mean, the way he celebrates scores as well, and the quarter flag, kicks the flag as well, loves them to the crowds as well. And that's why he's such a fan's favourite, because we love this guy. And what he's done since 2016 was 8 seasons with us. He's been absolutely fantastic. But at the end of the day, right, he's gone to Portsmouth, 2-year contract. I wish Matt so much well. Portsmouth, you deserve to be in the Premier League, because I think they've got a good little team there. I think they can get playoffs this season, this team.
Yeah, they could well. You never know, John. They could well.
John, John, I bet you won the flight that Matt Ritchie scored against Man United when we came back up.
Oh,
There we go. There we go. I
When
mean,
Mourinho was in charge.
bloody United, eh?
yeah.
Oh,
Bloody Newton Heath.
Oh, Richarlison of Spurs wanted by Saudi club. Oh,
Yes, he does. They do. Because
Wow.
they can get Dominic Solanke, are they?
can see us pulling another two big signing. Next
Apparently,
to-
we've joined the race to sign Adrian Rabiot as well on a free transfer.
I've
Can't
heard
see it
about that.
happen, not see it happening because A, we've got too much midfielders, and secondly, if he's going to go, it's urgent. It's his wife, it's his mum, I believe, it's his agent.
Mm.
And
His
she's
mother's
up
she's a hard woman.
there. She is.
Well, that's still called
She's a hard biatch to deal with.
I agree with you guys.
I think you've spelled Chronicle right there, Charles. Third time lucky. Evening, folks. Hope you're well, Jopadoni. Good luck for Ritchie being spotted for us. One of the best goals I think that Ritchie scored, Tony, was the one against Burton, where it was outside the box, but it was on his right foot.
Yes, Pete. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes, that was a cracking goal, that. He scored some crackers for us. Let's be honest, you know. But yeah, that's probably got to be up there with one of the best. And his penalty taking was great as well. He was just so calm at the spot as well, wasn't he?
Yes. Absolutely. I do remember that as well. I remember that game where did he, in the Burn game as well, Tony, where he thought he scored a penalty only for it to be ruled out.
Oh, that bloody referee was awful that game, wasn't he?
Keith Stroud.
Yes.
For some reason, I love him. I love that Keith Stroud.
Oh,
You know why? Because it's a reason because it's a thing last season, right? Because he's done the last two Swansea games against the Mackhams at the stadium, and we've both won because of him. Because the first game, he sent the 1-9 off, and that's the only thing and then basically giving decisions to us as well. And by the way, just to let you know, Keith Stroud is a Luton fan.
Oh.
You got a next comment, Tony, from there. It's not. I don't. It's not a trial, but from Lewis, he's accessed the link through my Twitter, like yours, was experiencing malware problems as well. Does he need to switch off and start again? Lewis Vincent.
Where's that comment? Sorry,
Oh,
John?
no, it's on your side, John, again.
Yeah. Basically, malware problems as well. I mean, hopefully it doesn't. But all the people that's clicked on it, other people have no problems at all whatsoever. I have no problems with people coming back to us, but it's only been Lewis and Joe. But how do you do about it, Tony? You know a lot about it, don't you? And the malware. Do you think just switch it off and start again?
Hi, John. I accessed your link through your Twitter, like Joe, and have experienced the same malware problems. I hope this does.
This is a worry, this.
Well, how's he getting malware problems through that, though? Because it's not like...
Strange.
The only way that would happen is if your account was hacked, but then you would know your account was hacked, John.
Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you? That's it.
People,
110%. 110%.
people would get...
It's worked on my end.
Because if that...
Well,
It's worked on my end.
Yeah.
Because what it is, I said that off to someone the other day, and he subscribed to my channel as well, and he had no problems at all whatsoever. Because when I sent out, could you please could you please retweet this video I've done? They always click on yes, click on the video.
Hopefully he'll get sorted, John. That's the thing.
Yeah, I can see.
I've
clicked through yours, John, and it's fine. So
maybe
maybe he's got picked up a virus somewhere. I mean, the thing is, you could do. I mean, there are so many. The problem with the internet is, right, there's so much out there that some ads that you may click on may contain some sort of malware, or if you've downloaded any third-party stuff, and I don't mean this in a funny way. If you've ever watched anything, any football on a dodgy stream or whatever, sometimes what they do is they drop an extension into your computer, which is like a malware, and there is a way of stopping it, but you have to go to your settings and all that, but you have to find out where it comes up from.
Yeah,
and if you go to settings, there's a way to delete that out and uninstall it.
Yeah,
but you got to find out what the malware program is first.
I got no problems with other people, sort of thing. Other people does it, no problems at all. You from you guys, other people for elsewhere, and Japanese people like me video as well. They got no problems with that at all. Even subscribe to my podcast as well. So I have no comebacks whatsoever. It could be anything on the computer. So my advice is switch it off, start again. I really watch, like Tony said, I've been watching dodgy channels because my channel ain't dodgy.
No,
that it is.
definitely
No,
not.
no.
No, that's it, John. Rabio's mother is the Norma Bates of football, and the top hat.
She's psycho.
So know the feeling of that constantly. I think that my glasses, says Julie. Did you find by putting Ian says to Julie, how'd you find your glasses? And Julie puts by putting them in the same place. So do you. It's fine. Well, then we'll get this one up because this was another great goal that Ritchie scored against, and we'll get we'll come on here with this one, John, because it was against Man United. But remember that game that won won us the game 1-0.
It was. I remember that game very well because Martin De Backer had a 9 out of 10 performance. His first game of the season on the Rafa, his first debut for Newcastle United, and I thought United were. I've got to be honest with you, they were a better team, but De Backer made some fine.
There is a surprise.
No, Mason. Mason, I was speaking the truth, mate. I'm speaking the truth.
They were shite.
Yeah, but
I thought we start off the game.
The Blacker was outstanding that day. The Blacker was outstanding that day, right? But Ritchie saved the day. He's got a tapping goal, really, and he's the one who won us the game. And you know
was
what?
The time Mourinho still couldn't win it to James's Park.
Exactly.
Said he said he was.
So yeah, I mean, he held out as a never to say die performance in Newcastle, and the Blacker did what he had to do, make saves after saves after saves, and it's just a smash and grab goal on the day. But
John, what end were you in that day?
Say again?
What end were you in that day?
I had to work the next day, mate. That's on the Sunday.
Oh,
unfortunately, so I could not make that game.
It's just one. But do you remember that one, Tony? Us beating Man United on that day. That was his first goal in the Premier League for us that season as well.
Yes, I remember that when we beat them well and truly. Yes, and like we said, Dubravka pulled off save after save that day. That was January, but when you see the Dubravka back then, the Dubravka now, it's a totally different goalkeeper.
Yep. That's it, absolutely. So
I've just seen Lewis say, says it might be something to do with that he watches Hes goal and other things like that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Some of these sites can just drop malware in without you knowing. Just be very careful. If it's on your laptop or whatever, or your phone, it just may be, you might have to do a full reset. If you just go on to doing a full reset, maybe if your computer or phone or whatever it is, if you can't clear it. But normally there's normally you'll see something drop in there. Like I used to get ads popping up a lot, and I was like, why am I getting these ads? And then I realised there was a pop-up thing come on, a blocker, and then I looked at what the ads was, so I managed to go into settings and actually uninstall that program so they couldn't come on anymore, and I didn't get them anymore. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, there you are. I'm trying to get a photo of this one as well, but it's not letting you give many options because we'll try with this one. Hopefully it will. Yes, it will with this one. Of course, another one you, Mason, Shelley, you've got to remember this one as well. And that was against this team.
Considering Man City had scored in like 30 seconds and all that, and that was the night. That was the night when everything started. I remember that night because everything started to break out. But agreed a deal with Atlanta for a certain Paul Grindhouse still, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was. I think everybody had enough. Everybody had enough of Ashley that night. And obviously the rumours had started to circulate about what agreed to deal with Alma, but apparently that fat bastard had took a loan from fucking Barclays as well for it.
Yes, he did. I remember that.
Yes, he did.
But yeah, I remember that time Ritchie scored a penalty to win us the game 2-1 as well. So in that day, he did very, very well. So, wrong one. Where are we up to?
Peter, you forgot one game.
Which one?
The game against Arsenal when he scored the winner.
That was another good one as well. He scored the winner in that one. But we won 2-1.
I was just thinking there. You've got that one against Man United, but you jumped in the next season against Man City.
I forgot about the Arsenal one. I can't believe I forgot about that one. But yeah, that was a good one as well, John. When we beat Arsenal as well, he got the winner, and that was Wenger's last season for Arsenal, and where we just absolutely put more misery on Arsenal's away form, and they were dire in away form in 2018. But that was a good goal from Ritchie, that one. I think it was Slimani, it was like Slimani in the build-up as well, who headed it across.
Yeah, I thought Slimani had a good game that day, and I thought he played really well. And Ritchie's got a lovely finish as well. And he celebrates when he scores and that. He just loves it. He gets his passionate celebration and his work rate again. He's played well. I think he had a fantastic game and got us a winner and got us 3 points.
That's it.
Considering they just signed Aubameyang as well.
And they did actually. As well. That's absolutely as well.
They had Aubameyang and Lacazette up top, because I remember Lacazette has scored.
Yes. We remember, you know what he was famous for as well, Tony? Was this.
Yes, kicking the corner flag. Yes, brilliant, wasn't it? He snapped a few, didn't he?
he took them out the ground, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
He got booked for doing that, didn't he, off the referee, I think, against Bournemouth, didn't he?
I can't remember doing that one. It's fairly.
I'm sure the referee booked him for it was one game he got booked for kicking the corner flag, and the referee booked him for it.
Absolutely. Stop looking at porn, Tony. Problem solved. Says
Yeah.
I don't need to look at porn, mate. I don't need to look at that.
It's fairly nowadays to stop malware and virus diseases. Just get a good antivirus. Windows Defender's pretty good.
Yeah,
just make sure you configure
absolutely.
it. That's it. And be careful what you click on. That's it. So John, you got Corella DeVille's number. Spill, brother.
No. Love it.
Anyways.
Hey.
But anyways, he did have the dark times under, you know who, Steve Bruce. The time we were going under the bad patch under Steve Bruce, John, all it took that time, it was a training session at the time. He had a big bust up with Bruce, and he absolutely snapped at him completely. And thinking this manager needed to be exposed completely now.
100%. I mean, what happened between Bruce and Ritchie? Well, it's not gonna be known behind closed doors. But one thing I will say happened in the training ground, and something must have been said, and someone had to come out and say how it is, right? And Ritchie came out as the one, because it's probably because his tactics, whether he's not being picked, nobody knows, but he was not very happy, and we all knew that Bruce's days was done bad when it happened. Yet again, Ashley didn't sack him for it. He signed with Bruce and not with Ritchie. Yeah, but you got to be careful, because I tell you what, he could have left the club, after that, and said, "Yo, I don't want to play for this manager. I don't want to play for him because this guy is an absolute buffoon." Yeah, so something must have been said. What was said, the unclosed door, no one ain't gonna know completely, but it did not look good in the training pitch as to whatsoever. It did not look good at all. But hey, Pete, that never got sorted out. Never got sorted out at all.
Well, it was the time when he was thrown under the bus against that 1-1 draw against Wolves at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can remember that as well. Look, I mean, he's being blamed for it as well. But then again, you got to blame Bruce's tactics. Yeah, don't blame the players. The players just don't want to play a defensive kind of
No,
football.
they don't.
Yeah, and they just want to play open attacking football. Everyone have a smile on the faces. What does Bruce do? He makes them play defensively, and the players are a bit peed off of it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But we all be entertained. The players will be entertained. Fans will be entertained. But this manager didn't. But
Absolutely.
saying that, for me, he knew it's gonna end. It's just not a question of if, but when. But when the takeover happened, it was bye.
That's it. Have we talked about Gee yet?
John, you used to worship in the 90s when he was a player, didn't you?
Oh God.
Mason, I just got back from Japan, man.
Have we talked about Gee yet? Well, when that gets announced, we'll hear something interesting on more on that. I'm sure there'll be a show.
Well, apparently they're trying to thrash a deal out for him, but they reckon it'll be more next week if that happens now. So, but Palace are now looking at Chalobah as well from Chelsea.
I heard about that as well.
I heard that as well.
As well as Lacroix. So, Lacroix, I mean, look, he's a good defender, Lacroix, but the thing is, his disciplinary record is absolutely shocking. Yes, he got 3 yellow cards last season, but he also had 1 second yellow card, 2 red, and he had 3 red cards. So if Palace sign him, he'll be missing for quite a few games for Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Cry from Wolfsburg, right?
Lacroix, yeah, from Wolfsburg, yeah.
He's quick. He's a quick defender, very quick.
But his disciplinary record shocking, John. I wouldn't want him at Newcastle United.
Nah, definitely not. And no wonder he's not on the French team neither, because of exactly that. But go back on Gui quickly, right? Very quickly. I know you're going to come out on later, I'm sure. But sorry, Tony?
It's pronounced Gui.
Gui. Not Gui.
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 Sorry. I'll tell you what, though, if we really want this player, pay the money. Just pay the money, yeah? Because I'll tell you what, we need players coming in before Southampton. Because if we go in the season, the same team against Southampton, I tell you what, it's going to be a tough game because you need to freshen that team.
Yeah,
the thing is, so I said the other day, John, Gui will be a statement signing. Let's be honest. He had a great Euros for England.
Yeah.
But not only that, I mean, look, we know what he's like. He's Premier League experience as well, so at least you know that you've got that Premier League experience as well. You're not buying a defender from abroad for 60-odd million and then hoping that he comes in and fits in. Like we've been linked with likes of Antonio Silva and that. And the thing is, while he's a good centre-half, good in Portugal, but put him in the Premier League and he may come in and absolutely completely fold. Where at least with Gui, you've got the Premier League experience because he's played in the Premier League and his injury record is absolutely spot on as well. I think he's only had like 2 injuries in the whole time of his career. So, you know, this lad's dual nationality because he was born in Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. And obviously then come over to England. And hence why he plays for England, because obviously he's lived in England all his life. So, look, I mean, I think it'll be a terrific signing. I know Palace fans have been on TalkSport saying it'll be a sideways step going to Newcastle United. How's it a sideways step? Because, look, I don't mean there's any disrespect to Crystal Palace fans or Crystal Palace as a football club. Yes, you have some good players there. But are you really a better team than Newcastle United? No. You've lost Elise. You know, and I don't want to come over sounding awkward towards any Palace fans because, look, you know, respect what their club have done. You know, they went on a great run, took out Man United well and truly. They took us out down at Selhurst Park as well. And let's be honest, they played well that night. But the thing is, the difference between us and Palace is our club is a club that wants to be on the up. Where Palace haven't got their finances to go that far to get the
and their owners are a bit thingy, and the owners are a bit thingy as well.
So So I think we coming to us isn't a sideways step. I think it's an improvement for him because he wants to improve. He wants to be better, and he wants to play in a better. I don't mean this any disrespect, but in a better team. It's like the Osula signing. A lot of people are complaining about signing him for 10 million, but I said the other day, he is what you call a low risk signing. Now then. He may start as second choice at the start of the season because obviously we don't know if Wilson's going to be fit before. Well, we know he's not going to be fit for the Southampton game, and apparently the club are still trying to get rid of Wilson before the window shuts on the 30th of August.
Yep.
But the thing is, right, as I said with Osula, he's a low risk signing at 10 million. If he comes in and doesn't do the business, at least you can get rid of him. Maybe get him sold for that money, or even lose him for a couple of million less than what you paid for him. But you're going to make a little bit of a loss. But he may come in, and he may come in on as a sub. He may score some goals in the Premier League. He may start cup games and score goals in that. And like I said the other day, people laugh, but but they're saying, "Oh, where's he going to score these goals?" But what's to say? Because he's playing in a better team, and this is, again, no disrespect to Sheffield United. But Sheffield United last season, all they had done was defend every game.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to go attacking too much because they would be caught out at the back. And I don't mean this disrespect to Sheffield United, and I said Wednesday there, Jesus, Sheffield United. The thing is, as well, is we have better players than what they have that can probably unlock the potential that Osula has. Like, Bruno can put balls through that he would be able to latch on. Cher can loft balls over. We know what Cher's passing range is like. It's absolutely terrific for a centre-half. So Cher can drop balls onto him from a plate. You got Anthony Gordon who can provide. Jacob Murphy more than Almiron can provide. You know? So the lad could. So if this lad scored in all competitions, say 15 goals next season, and looks good, the end of next season, you could have a queue of clubs saying, "Oh, we'll give you 50 million for him." And the thing is, you've only laid out 10 million for him. So if in the club may think, do you know what? If we sell him for 50 million, that improves our FFP. Get rid of him for 50 million, make a quick profit on him, bring another player in. And, that's how it works. That's how Chelsea do it with these youngsters. They're buying them from Brazil and then they're selling them on. Look what they've done to Gallagher.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea fans are up in arms the way they're treating Gallagher, apparently, because they said he shouldn't be leaving Chelsea. But they're making pure profit on him because he's homegrown.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I don't think Longstaff's going to get a contract because there's nothing being said about him getting a new deal. I think the club are secretly trying to get rid of him, and they reckon Eddie Howe wants him out as well now. So who knows?
That's it.
He didn't have the best game on Saturday in Japan, and neither did Miggy. And I'll tell you what it is. Tony. Yeah, Sanusi done more in the half an hour he was on than what Miggy done in that game. And that's a 17-year-old kid who does a lot more than a seasoned pro like Miggy, who's been around the circuit a lot longer than what Sanusi has. And yet Sanusi done more than that. And the only reason he went off with an injury was because those Japanese players kept fouling him time after time after time because they knew he was a threat. And I tell you what, that lad, if he's on the bench next season, he could come off and surprise a few big teams. And I'm talking about surprising like say Liverpool's and that next season.
Absolutely, yes.
Tanusi as well, just a quick one as well. I don't want it anywhere near other clubs as well because I think this guy is going to be absolutely fantastic. And I hope he gets in the team. He's got to be in front of Mickey. I mean, if you're good enough, you're old enough. Yeah. Get this guy in now. He can do it with 19, 17. Get this guy in. Do you know what? I'll go as far further than starting the lad. Because I tell you what, right? Miggy Almiron, right? I'm not going to have a go at him. I don't hate him. I'm not going to have a go at him. But
he's just not good enough.
And
there you are.
And if Eddie doesn't see that now, right? If he doesn't see it now, right? And he plays poorly, then not just the fans going to question Eddie. The fans, and I don't want this to happen, are going to turn on Miggy.
That's it.
I'll tell you what it is as well. The other player that's impressed me in pre-season as well is Jamie Mailey as well. I thought he's had a good pre-season. He's played really well against Hull. But yeah, he's played really well, Jamie Miley. So he may be around the first team next season.
Probably.
I agree.
I think he will. But he's played really well since he come in. But I thought Murphy, he was to blame for that second goal because he was trying to be clever and trying to shepherd that ball out. If you've got a player coming on top of you, just kick the ball out for a corner, you know. Okay, they may score from it, they may not score from it, but at least kick it out. But the problem is because Murphy was trying to see that ball out, the Japanese player knew what he was doing and got round the side of him and got the ball back in and crossed it, which meant they scored that goal through Murphy.
Every time.
And, you know, it reminded you of David Beckham from the World Cup in 2002 against Brazil when he was pissing about on the touchline. Beckham, instead of booting it out into row Z, Beckham decided to mess about, and then the ball went to Rivaldo, and Rivaldo scores equaliser, you know, and then we know what happens in the second half. Siemens beaten from about 90-odd yards from
Ronaldinho. Yes, that's it.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Just put the ball. That's what, when I played football at school, that was the thing. Just put it out. When I played as a centre half, it was, I just put that high as far as I could, get it out. I couldn't care where it went as long as it went out.
That's it.
Nowhere near your goal.
Yeah. Archers in the chat. Oi, lads. Ritchie was a top lad. We wish him well at Portsmouth. He'll always be a Geordie. Ritchie cracking goal against City. Absolutely. Some people are pronouncing Gui. Andrew says I call him Gooey and it's sticking. Oh, Jesus. So on, Andrew. One of their fans said they have a better starting 11 than us. No. Definitely agree would as statement signing. Yep. See as we mean business. Yeah, we are messing about. He'll be the England centre back for years to come. Yep. Oh, I don't know what that is.
That looks like a troll lot, like.
Well, which one is that, mate?
Joe Little. He was a handful when he came on at St James's Park for our defence, says Rufid. Yep, he was. John, what do you think of your latest impressionist? Have you seen that video, John?
Impressionist? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll tell you after the show.
Go on, Tony.
Paul from Tomb Review thought it was great, and so did Billy.
They thought it was funny, did I?
Hey. Paul Gallant and all.
He's done one of Paul Gallant as well.
I've not seen that one actually.
I couldn't stop laughing when I heard the Paul Gallant one.
Is that the one? Is that the one to the Japanese fan?
No.
No,
he's called Chris. I think you follow him, John. He follows you as well.
Right. I'm not sure what it is then. I know you said about Paul and Billy.
He says no choice other than choice the Miggy or Murphy. An upgrade will be coming, but we need a squad. Keep Miggy. Miggy's not good enough and he needs to be shipped on. Hello, lads. Before that. It's my new YouTube channel. It's called Fanpit NUFC. Welcome to the show. That cross came from Ronaldinho, was burned into my memory. Share better not get dropped for Gee. The thing is, Share's getting on now. Ronaldinho's still on my time favorite play. He was unique. Yep, he's good. It's a squad game. It isn't just about the first 11 yet. But we need a squad. We do need a squad. But Miggy is just not good enough for this football team anymore. Another one to go back to Ritchie. If anyone didn't remember, Mason, he didn't score the goal, but this is when we beat Chelsea 1-0 when Hayden scored the winner. He kicked the corner flag and it hit someone in the bollocks.
When I seen that, I couldn't stop pissing myself laughing when I seen a video of it. It couldn't happen to a nicer team, to be honest. Chelsea, how would you say? Considering it was an ex-Arsenal young and the score against Chelsea, it was pretty epic.
Yeah,
my views on my views on Chelsea. I'm not going in any of it.
Hello, Peter. It's Jay. I hope you're keeping well, Jay. I think he's overrated, but happy to be proved wrong. I can see definitely. But he's on about Gray, but I think he is going to would be a great signing. We need a young centre back in, and it's a Premier League proven centre back as well. So there you are. But yeah, we know Ritchie. his time at Newcastle's now officially over. He's had a great career, not just for us, but he's had a great career at Bournemouth as well. It was the right time to move him on. Personally, we could have possibly moved him on a lot more earlier, but we didn't. But you can't say he hasn't had a disappointing career at this club. You cannot say that. I mean, first season in the Championship, he absolutely bossed that. Did well. Maybe didn't score a lot in the Premier League for us, but certainly gave 110% when he had to. Rafa said he got the best out of him. Got threatened disgustedly by Steve Bruce, but still give 110%. He says, I'm going to do this for myself, not for that idiot as manager who's standing on the touchline with his hands in his pockets every single pigging game it was. So and maybe he didn't get a lot of games under Eddie because we knew we needed some new players at the time. But I think Matt Ritchie was a great servant for us, and we do wish him all the best on his new challenge when he back to his hometown, to the club he supports, Portsmouth. Because it was strange at first because looks like he was going to go back to Bournemouth, and then Portsmouth announced that they've got him, which was a bit of a thingy one. But wish him all the best. I think he'll still do it in the Championship. He is 34 years age, but I believe he can still do a job. And hopefully he can do very well with Portsmouth and help that team as well, take it as far as he can for next season for Portsmouth as well. So all the best to Matt Ritchie. Of course, he's been fantastic at this club, and he did. And we give him our best wishes, and he deserves a perfect send-off from us as well. Great career he's had, as I mentioned, and Matt Ritchie, all the best. Take that magic out to Portsmouth. Let's hopefully you can do it in that league as well. So there you are. I felt the same about Gondo, and look how that turned out, says Lee. Absolutely, yeah. Evening all, hope you well, Carlos. Yeah, we're going to start to probably wrap up in a moment now or so. But, John, can Ritchie do it at Portsmouth? Can he do it still?
I don't see why not. I mean, look, I'm probably in central mid. Now he can just move forward when he needs to be. If he's fit enough, I think he'd do really fine. I mean, Jose Mourinho, not Mourinho, Mourinho, the manager at Portsmouth, has done a fantastic job there. Plays some fantastic football. And to add a bit of experience, he's got the know-how to possibly get him out of the Championship into the Premier League. They've got the team to do it, to get out. But when you look at the Championship, it's so tough. You got Leeds, you got Burnley, you got Sheffield United, you got Middlesbrough, West Brom, Coventry. These are the teams that's going to do really well in the Championship. It's a brutal Championship. But if anyone can, the senior can. And if Ritchie can get that team going, because Portsmouth can score goals, especially up front. They play 4-2-3-1. I think Ritchie would be perfect in that role as well. But I'm going to wish him well. For me, I believe Portsmouth will probably get playoffs this season because that football club should be in the Premier League. They've got the fan base for it. And they're missing the derbies against Southampton. It's going to be tough, but I think playoffs for Portsmouth will be a fantastic achievement.
Interesting. Mason, can he do it at Portsmouth?
I don't see why not. Obviously, I still think he's got something in him. Yeah, just even score against fucking Swansea, and then you'll be a decent player for all that. Okay.
Lee's asking what top you're wearing, Mason. Oh well, then there you are. He would be one hell of a signing. I had a feeling we would sign. Get ready, lads. Newcastle are going to finish in the top 4 this season. Hopefully, you're all right, Archer, as well. But Tony, you think he's going to do it at Portsmouth, as you mentioned?
Yeah, I do. I think he'll do it at Portsmouth. Absolutely. Look, he's got the experience, and Championship is probably. Probably a bit better for him as well. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it I think in the Championship, it's a little bit. Look, we know it's a tough league, but it's probably a nice league for him to finish his career off in. And yeah, I think he'll do well for Portsmouth. I do. And it'll be nice to see. Just be nice to see what he can do for Portsmouth. But yeah, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be a hit for them. And good luck to the lad. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. Mason, who do you want to win, Mackems or Cardiff?
With some of the sayings Cardiff for me, I think Cardiff will probably win, but Adam.
John, welcome back. Give us a cheer, says Bia.
Yay!
We saw injuries last season. How thin we are when
He's
injuries hit, yeah. We need a squad, says Ian. Yeah, we do. Matt Ritchie, scorer of goals, destroyer of corner flags, says Beal Greg. That's it. So there you are, Wellen. It's time to wrap up the show now. We are back on Saturday night for the Crazy Pennies Football Live show. So because the game's on Friday as well. So because it's on a Friday night, which is why this crazy show will be moved on Saturday again. And so here you are. And if there's any, I might do a couple of videos outside from the Cellar Cup, like I did last season. So stay tuned for them, if, of course. So keep an eye out for them in case I do decide to do any of those for the both Cellar Cup games. And then, of course, next week the Premier League is just days away. Of course, we'll be back we'll have the previews back. We'll have the match review and the player ratings. When I'm at the game, there'll be fan reactions and quick thoughts. When we do away games, I'm actually going to keep it similar to how it was with the Euros, and there'll be fan reactions after the game, like it was for the Euros. Because for watch-alongs, we think there's too many people doing them now. That's the thing, and I think the live reactions will be good, so we can get a lot of people on during that time as well. So. So instead of watch-alongs for next season, we're going to do live fan reactions if the games are away, and if myself and Mason are not going to be there for the away games as well. So there you are. And we'll probably also do a Premier League prediction show at some point early next week as well, giving any on thoughts on which team we are going to predict to finish where for next season. So keep an eye out for that for next week as well.
I'll have to do all my research for who's saying who this summer.
There you are. So it'll be interesting to see. So yeah, we'll do a Premier League prediction before the season starts, and we'll have the normal content like it was, how it has normally been on this channel as well. So John, what we got coming up? I know you're going to be taking a bit of a long rest, probably a bit of a rest at the moment after you've just arrived back today.
Well, thing is, I mean, might be taking a rest, but yeah, I mean, tomorrow, is it a preview for the Cellar? Is them doing this previews tomorrow?
I've not thought about doing any previews for the Cellar. I don't really do like pre-season friendlies, to be fair.
No. I mean, whoever's doing that's fine. And I'm doing the Cellar on Friday. I hope that game is on Friday and Saturday. I really hope so, because I'll be up for that both games. And also, as well, if you look at the vlogs I've done the Disney World vlogs. Do stick a like on the video as well. Also, I've interviewed Lee Lawyer from Newcastle Fans TV. Please stick a video on that as well. Other contests I've done Japan fans amazing, and I've done loads. It's out there, and have a watch. That's all I can say. Have a watch, but do subscribe to John Sinclair TV and listen. Just help us out, guys.
Nice one, John. Tony, what we got coming up?
Yeah, what have I got coming up? I'm not sure what's coming up this week at the moment, but I did a show on Monday, if anybody did watch that. If you haven't seen it, then go and check it out, the Transfer Show. But I'll have a Premier League show coming up, so keep an eye out for that. That's just a look at the head of the new season and get with predictions in where we think people will finish. And I may have an extra couple of guests to line up on that show as well. Non-Newcastle fans, by the way, as well. So do keep an eye out for that one as well. Sorry?
There's one another Premier League Nicky on your on your left. In the
Oh
orange.
God. Oh God.
It
The one
doesn't
on
have
your
it.
left?
It doesn't have. Aye.
Oh.
Who's just been to Japan? Who should have
Yeah,
been in
John,
the States?
yeah.
He's over to, who should,
Well,
he'll
John
go
will be
for
on. He
the,
knows he'll be on. John will.
What a surprise! Because he's over to
'Cause we always have the-
he's over,
Yeah, because we always have the toon perspective, don't we, John?
There
That's
we
the
are.
thing.
We do.
I thought he
did.
was a Man U fan.
Yeah. Let's have a good week, lads. You as
But
well.
What did,
Yeah,
what,
so-
what did Paul say? Paul and Billy said to us on what did Paul and Billy said to us about me videos and that in Japan? They got to be pleased. They must be chuffed that I'm over there. They must be pleased.
Oh, I think a lot of people will be. You got
Yeah,
yourself
they
over
are,
there,
John,
good time.
because they were like, yeah. I think I'm sure Paul mentioned on one of his shows. I think he said it looks good out there in Japan because John's
It
out
does
there,
look
Lee's
really
out
nice.
there. So
Adam
yeah,
Pearson was out there as well. Who was there? Chris Corker was out there as well, was he?
George Colkin.
Oh, George Corker, sorry.
I've spoken to George. I spoke to Lee Ryder as well, by the way.
Lee Ryder as well.
Yeah, and to be fair, Lee Ryder gets a lot of stick, but I tell you what, he is a genuine great guy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Good show, have a good
I like
week,
Lee
lads.
Yeah, so like I say, I'll have some shows coming up, so do keep an eye out for that as well. Because the match on Friday, I believe that is the Cellar Cup match between us and Verona. So the one on Saturday is just a normal friendly. So the one on Friday means more. So if we win that, we win the Cellar Cup again, or we retain the cup. But yeah, we'll do, and I'll have a show dedicated to the women in the championship as well. We'll have a look ahead at their season coming up as well in the championship. I'm hoping to get down to see their first game away at the London City Lionesses in Bromley. But I'm just waiting for when the ticket information will come out for that one because it's not till September. It's a Sunday game, so 2 p.m. kickoff. So we'll have a look at that, and I'll probably do a vlog from that game as well. Because look, the women in the championship, we want to see them get promoted to the WSL. It would be absolutely fantastic. If you are new to my channel, obviously we're stream sharing this all of us. So if you're on Pete's channel or John's channel or vice versa, or on my channel, but if you want, just go swapping on the channels, give her all a like hit the likes, and if you haven't subscribed to any of our channels as well, please do hit that subscribe. It really does help us as well, and it means new people see more of us. But if you do hit the more you hit those likes, the more it keeps you to the top of the search. It means more people can find the channel more easily as well. So that's why we ask for those likes. It really is important. It really is great. Because,
certainly does.
I've got viewers from all over the world.
We all do.
I have them from Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, even Nicaragua. So there you go. That's how far I am now with.
There you go. There you go.
Just so quickly as well. I mean, all you Japanese Newcastle fans who are watching the show tonight, a massive evening to you. I think it's about 5:20 in the morning now. They might be in bed. So listen, do check out the channel. I mean, I got stopped in one of the zoos yesterday. Said, "Are you John Sinclair TV?" I said, "I am." They're both South Koreans, yeah. And
nice one. Well done, Jay. Great stuff. Well, then, guys, if you have enjoyed, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It does keep us up those research results on YouTube, so please do remember to hit the likes on myself, John's channel, and Tony's channel. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. Please continue subscribing. It is free. Help us grow. And again, we got to 2,200. Let's keep progressing as a channel as well. And please do check out John's channel and, of course, Tony's channel as well. So John Sinclair TV, and it's all black and white TV as well. And, of course, hit the bell notification. That does let you know whenever we are live or when there's a pre-recorded video that has been uploaded to the channel as well. So do hit that bell notification to make sure you do not miss anything that goes on the channel week in and week out. So that bell notification will keep you stay tuned for what is coming up on this channel. As always, if you'd like to give a donation, feel free to do so. If you want to become a member, it is 99p. And of course, you'll be put into the prize draws as we do on the channel as well. So your chance to become a member, just hit the join button as well. like done all channels. Cheers, Andrew. John, Global Superstars. Absolutely. Goodbye, and everyone. Take care. Great show. Cheers, Julie. And goodbye, and interesting on also mine and Tony, yours, John, and Tony's channel as well. Well then, so until next show, guys, we'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. As Tony, you would say, the future.
It's bright. The future is definitely black and white. Away the lads and lasses.
Away the lads. Away the lasses.
Away
We'll
the
see you
lads.
later, everyone. Take care and good night,
Big up.
all.
Good night to you.
See you, everyone. Here's your thing.
Go on.